Well, hello everybody. Welcome. We are back. We're back for some good stuff. I'm actually starting a little bit early here because the tournament that I want to practice... Hello, Isared. The tournament that I want to practice is starting really soon. So I don't know whether this is going to be a common thing or whether I'll change my stream time to be slightly earlier in the day or what. I don't know. But at least for now... we will see what we see. So we're on NA OffPeak. This is going to be Balthazar's Brawl. There'll be a few people online, I hope, actually, to play this, but I don't know how many necessarily. We're going to practice again. I'm just going to do... I mean, what am I genuinely going to try on this one? I don't know exactly. We'll just see how it feels. How experienced am I? I'm about 3 days old. So not at all. And yeah, I'm just basically practicing because it's kind of fun at the moment. So that's the story. We do have some cool stuff going on the overlays. I need to refine and fix these. I also need to do some other stuff. I'm working on the novels. I got to work on my novels, guys. But yeah, we'll have a look at this. So enrollment is ending in 2 minutes. If you guys want to form a team, that would be pretty cool. Let's turn the audio up a little bit. And yeah, we'll see what we're going. Then what we'll do is we'll have a look at some Super Adventure Box stuff. People on the stream a few hours ago were talking about there being a countdown timer on the Super Adventure Box page or something. I haven't seen any kind of Super Adventure Box timer. Apparently the devs are about to start a Let's Play, though, in about an hour. A special LP of some kind, so I don't know. I might shift you off over to that by the end of this stream because I've still not slept. At this point, 24 hours ago, if you guys remember, I was exhausted and couldn't stay up for the full stream. Well, this time I'm actually going to try and like push myself through it, so we'll see how we feel. Enrollment in 1. I'm just going to take 2 seconds to very quickly freshen up, and I will be back with you all extremely shortly. As ever, unadvertised, but later we'll get into SAB, so see you guys in a sec. Alright, there we go. Alright, hello everybody. By freshen up, I literally just mean wash my face and my hands so that I feel like less icky and just like good and raring to go. So this is the fresher we need that is gonna bump us through the next hour to hour and a half to 2 hours so that I can be at least remotely entertaining for you here on stream. So there you go. Enrollment ended. Let's have a look at the live matches. None of these should be open right now. They're not. Alright guys, so pick one of the teams. Do we want Trini, Stormbringer, Leon, Coldplay, Forgotten by Jana, Turpish Score, Pierre JP, or a Dark Society? Which one do we want? My mic sounds a bit distorted. It will do because I've just been in Skype. Hold on, let me fix that for you all. Thank you. A bit distorted. Guys, it should be sounding horrible. Like, legitimately horrible. There you go. That should be fixed now. Yeah, happy April Fools. I don't really have any April Fools treats or anything planned for you guys this year. There's absolutely nothing going on. So, yeah. Cybrin, thanks for the tiny little host there. I really appreciate that. You got 4 viewers. And Oh my, yeah, well, earlier we had that host from Naru. I also forgot to thank Chaith for a host yesterday, which I only noticed we got when I was watching the VOD back. We'll have to have a look there. We're getting quite a few followers at the moment, but because I think we've not really been doing our normal stuff, most of our regulars are sort of, I think, getting a bit burnt out, or some of our regulars are. We'll see what we've got as time goes forward, and if we can do something to appease and have those other people so we don't keep, like, losing subs super hardcore. But I'm having fun, so whatever. Not even kidding, I woke up at 11:13, got on my computer, heard there was a tourney, got a team in less than a minute, and got in. Woo. Really, Steve? What, based on what I said there at the stream? Dude, that's insane. So chat is really, really slow here. Can I just say, chat going slow, like, is pretty lame. So if you guys have got anything to say, please feel free to just air your thoughts. I really, really, really would appreciate that. And, yeah, nobody's actually given me an option here. What do you guys want to watch? Who do you want to see? Come on, we got these live matches. Which one do you want to do? A Dark Society, Pierre JP, Forgotten by Jana, Turbish God. Do people care that little? Should I stop doing these streams? I don't know. Maybe I should stop this. Alright, Bacon's All Mine says one. There you go, Dark. Wait, what do you mean Dark? Oh, a Dark Society. Okay, cool. Alright, round one is Skyhammer. Sorry, there you go. You get the audio rolling in. We got Skyhammer. Let me just make sure. Oh, God, the game is already live as well. Christ, they've just started. They're just going out of the gates now. Alright, so let's see what we've got. We are looking at Blue Team. Blue is who we care about. It's... Oh, no, this is Pierre... Did I click the wrong one? Whatever, I guess it's too late now. Blue is annihilating red right now, as we can see from the health bars. Oh, we can't even see. You guys are looking at the fucking wrong overlay. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. I understand now what the issue was. I understand what the issue was. Nobody could see. Oh, I'm so terrible. Yeah, you have no video. My bad, guys. My bad. It'll be fine. My Tiki chart looks great. I think your Beast Slayer stuff came from your wardrobe unlocks. Oh, possibly, yeah. Beast Slayer Greatsword. Alright, let me get my head in the game here just for a second. Blue had a really good opening. They managed to do a lot of damage to the red team. Looking at the state of the game right now, Blue's got a nice secure double cap. If we have a look here, they own mid. If we look over here, they actually own this point A as well. So owning everything, it really just comes down to point C. Red are currently the underdogs. Red are the guys that need to get their heads back into the game here. So let's see exactly how they can accomplish that by watching Pixie as they move on. So Pixie is running Scourge. Corrupt Boon, interesting choice there with the Ghastly Breach. Running Sand Flare as well, which means that they have a lot of trust in their Firebrand. So they managed to score a kill, an extremely easy kill. That's because this blue Scourge, like, hyper over-aggressed on his own, which is super questionable. But that's fine. This Scourge I'd rather see move somewhere else. I guess the fight is taken around the side here. Neurogasm taking a lot of pressure. So we got to make sure that this Guardian doesn't go down. He's not a Firebrand at all, as he's Core Guard, I guess. I'll point out as well, apparently one of the people I thought was a Prot Hollow on the previous tourney was not a Prot Hollow. So I'm going to have to pay a little bit more attention to this. So with Red losing this fight here, as we can obviously see, because they're dying, they're bailing out through the roads here. Cerebus here is really struggling, hiding against this wall in such a way that our camera can't even see the goddamn guy. But with this situation, I think what we're going to see is Blue takes the win pretty comfortably. We're looking at the minimap to see if any red players can make a break for it and score a neutralize at B or at A. And I'm just not seeing that right now. If anything, we're just seeing them getting pinned down at their spawn and being killed. So this guy's fleeing here, being aggressed by a Scourge. Some of these Scourges are running Axe for the Life Force generation, and that's exactly what you can see here. So he goes down. Some of the Reds do make a break for it, though. We can see at least that one here scored a decap. That's Eben. And he's going to get his support, his Guardian to help him. His Guardian helps him in terms of taking aggro. And he goes up to the hammer. That may have been a weird jump for the camera there, but basically what happened was he went through the portal to hammer, but he's going to get outnumbered. This hammer is going to neutralize point B. So what you guys can see here is this. When the hammer flips, a laser will come and take that down. So all the value that their one cap got them is kind of lost again. Red team really needs 2. There you go. So we had a standard nuke go through actually now. Red team needs to regroup properly and actually make a push somehow. Hammer is still being stalled by a druid, quite legendarily, by the way, up here. There's actually a little bit of a team fight. We'll watch the red guys in the middle of it and see how they do. Oh, he's running Reaper. Oh, hello. Hello. He's running Demo Reaper with Chrono Runes. Chrono Runes for the wells. That's an interesting choice. I respect the theory craft. But where's the Well of Power, mate? Oh, wait, he was running Well of Power. He just did it way too late. Interesting idea, but red do take major losses there. I like the idea of running Reaper. I really do. I think it's stronger than people give it credit for. I've been doing a lot of Reaper queues as we've been going forwards. But still, as you can see, red is just struggling off the side of this node here. Even this guy's dying. Look at the health bars, okay? This is how you read this game. We look at the health bars. And we realize that there is only a single red player alive right now. That is the red player here, this guard. He's the only guy on the board. Everyone else is coming out of spawn just over here. So here we've got Eben. So this Guardian, they immediately get decapped. Blue resecures hammer. Let's see how this... I mean, this guy rotating off on his own. Is this smart? Ever? Probably not. Let's see how he does against the Berserker. It might devolve at this point. The game might devolve into them letting people 1v1. But I somehow doubt that. So meanwhile, as this is going on here, actually, we do see a team fight has started to erupt. And Reds are winning it. Reds are actually taking this team fight. Lots of free casts going off the side. We've got a core ranger here. Pew, pew, pewing away. 0 WSD necessary. 0 dodge rolls necessary. Pew, 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 bitches. They managed to win a team fight. And by that, I mean a 4v2. But still... they win the 4v2, okay? And that's saying something. He even struggles to get up the pad. You got this, bro. Moving over, Neurogasm can get the back cap on point C. They're looking for this. They are about to be countered by this warrior here, though. So how will Neurogasm do on this? Let's see. By the time he gets to the node, he does break combat and resustain. He's looking for his 1v1. That's going to take a while to manifest into something. Moving back towards the mid engagement. You'll see red has got the defense, and they're actually playing okay. Siberius goes down pretty heavily here. That's not very good. Meanwhile, one of the other red players fell off the side at mid. He manages to get back up. His player's down, though. So red is now outnumbered. We're going to see these big reaps. If this guy hadn't fallen down, he could have used his Well of Blood. He could have pressed F on Siberius, and he could have picked him up. He could have done major, major pressure. Here, he wastes the Well of Blood when none of his allies are even under its effects. So they can't get the res potency from it. Pretty gross. Looking back towards the 1v1. The 1v1 has been lost with a staggered druid on respawn coming in. Not druid, ranger coming in. Please give me icons, ArenaNet. Please. So here he shoots into a full counter. He shoots into a shield block to reflect into his own face. He face tanks Bull's Rush, was that? Let's watch the winning guy, shall we? Let's watch. Here comes the rampage. Let's see how big these crits are, guys. 5k. That's pretty meaty. That's pretty good against someone with protection. What is going on with the camera on this? Easy, easy, easy 1v1. He needs to stomp this out before the Neurogasm plus comes in. He has no stab for that. Now he has stab. Too little, too late. Can he get the cleave over this body? So Neurogasm needs to put all for one downstate. And then needs to res. It doesn't matter anyway. The game is over. Very solid win for the blue team. So blue team's who we're going to be following from here on. This, I think they're queuing under Pierre. Hopefully they get Pierre to do it every time. Wait. Yeah, it's blue. And yeah, we should see how things continue. Now, the bars broke a little bit there because I have to manually reset their position every time. And I had it slightly off. The next version of this, CVPCS says, won't have this, like, downside to it. So, yeah. There you go. That's how the bars actually should look. And we'll get the overlays and stuff done properly. But there you have it, guys. So that's the first round. We'll watch Pierre as they go forwards. A note on mentioning player names. Since you've been doing this, I have been recognizing them. I even ran... Oh, sorry. A note on mentioning player names. Since you've been doing this, I've been recognizing them. I even ran into a few in unranked matches. Yeah, it's always best if the guild... If you guys are getting into PvP and you want to become notable in PvP, maybe you don't imagine that of yourself just yet, but, like, one thing that's a good idea is have all your characters you PvP on have a commonality between their names. So if you want to be known as Benji, have, like, Benji N for your Necromancer and Benji R for your Ranger and Benji blah, blah, blah. You could do that. Or, you know, some variant, as long as Benji's in there. That means every AT, every time you are ever on a stage, people see the name and they'll start to recognize and remember you. I actually don't do that myself because my account wasn't built purely for PvP. But also, like, I would be a bit intimidated to do that because I'd be scared of getting a bad reputation in my early days. But it's something to think about, definitely. It could get you on teams and things as the scene starts to snowball upwards. So Pierre moves straight into this rung here. This is the one that we'll be doing next. That'll be round 2. WP, what happened to the Q&A/Super Q&A series are in the hold with so many other projects? They're not formally on hold, Trevor. But yes, basically I'm just doing all this other stuff at the moment, so I've not really done them. I know for a while Ada has really wanted me to do a Super Q&A because they had a ton of questions about the competition, which is more and more becoming a distant memory now. So you know, there is incentive to do it. It's not that it's formally on hold. It's just every Wednesday when I would usually do it, I've got something else that I'm thinking I'd rather do instead. The next episode of the LP or, you know, whatever that may be at the time. I think this Wednesday I even streamed. So, yeah. We should find something good to do in the downtime for the practice cast as well. Fashion was too? Surely Fashion was too. I went back to the Abaddon Greatsword, but I don't know, man. I've actually been using tons of transmutation charges because I don't know what it's like to live in a world where transmutation charges are difficult to have. So I just like spam my way through stuff. I actually forget that this mechanic exists. And I believe I had like 990 like 3 days ago. And I just have barely any anymore. This greatsword looks really weird. The soaring was good on my exploded pillow look. But yeah, so I have to be kind of careful about that. Balthazar's Brawl, live matches. Here we go. All right, so it's going to be a forest game. Let's actually look at what Pierre's group is doing for their very decisive win here. So they're against 5 Rangers. Isn't this a seed? Okay, so what we're watching here is this is a guy with a ton of auto counts, not technically against the rules, but what he does is he just loads into the AT. And it means that he gets QP, which means he's more likely to be seeded, which means he just gets free money. He just got free 10 gold, 10 gold, 10 gold, 10 gold, 10 gold, just for doing this. He didn't even play. And he's just going to have these guys all AFK now. That's what he does. He doesn't bot, he doesn't do any of that. But yeah, there is one player who does that on NA. It's this guy. And it's not a problem until later the scene like fills out all of the things. So basically this team got a bye here. Pierre's team got a bye, so, or a seed, whatever. So we're not going to spectate that one because there's nothing interesting that's going to happen there. They're just going to farm the 5 Rangers. Play PvP while this match goes. No, we'll just look at one of the other matches in this round, in this stage, right? So we'll just keep an eye on Pierre. We'll do another match instead. Let's look at this one up here. So this is round 2 as well. And we'll see very quickly who's running what. Game starts in 10 seconds. On the red team, we have double Firebrand, DH, Druids, and Heralds. So extremely aggressive team here. Only the Druid sustains them a little. We have a Chrono, a Druid, a Burst Mesmer. More of a Firebrand than the other one, I'll tell you that. And a Scourge. So on comp, blue wins this extremely easily. Opening splits. We actually see an interesting play of aggression from the blue Mesmer going to far. The blue Mesmer's held 2 red players. That means that this mid fight you're currently looking at, blue is in favor of, because blue will outnumber this very soon. Actually, the blue Ranger not coming to mid means that we have even fights everywhere. So the Ranger making this push is very curious. You'll notice that the blue team made this aggressive play, but they didn't manage to hold it neutral. So it's actually not very high value what they're doing at the moment. Luckily, we can see the Scourge that we're spectating. They're dumpstering the red team right now. The 3 that came to mid on the red team have basically just been annihilated. Moving over to the red spawn now as well, you can see that these 2 red people have been annihilated. This is an annihilation. This is a pentakill. The entire red team has wiped. Pretty rare to see that happen all at once. Anybody that could potentially be rotted is being rotted. Excellent plays here from the blue team. Right as boss spawns, so they get a very early beast. What we can do here is we can look back at the red Scourge who's respawning, who's going to be looking for this steal on the neutral mob. Seems he got distracted by the Ranger. Literal treated like a PvE. Oh, he's running Reaper. Okay. Where are all these Reapers now? This is cool. It's amazing. I did a spotlight on Spectral Grasp, so Beast was taken over there just fine. We want to see this Reaper and the red team now on respawn manage to reclaim their close and then sweep out across the map. You will notice over here on the minimap that blue is also at their leisure taking their Beast. That's double Beast for blue. With a 5 kill, 3 cap at the start, it's an extremely fast start from blue. Already up to 150 points. They'll be closing in on 200 just moments into the game, all right? This is one of the fastest games of Conquest you will see, as the blue team has done so well so quickly here. The only thing that they haven't done in terms of acing right now is holding this node a little bit better. So, the Druid is actually 1v2ing here, incredibly so. He's actually going to get the kill on this Reaper. Why is this Reaper struggling against Druid so much? The Barbarian Amulet might have something to do with it. The Rune of Exuberance might have something to do with it. Very bizarre build and amulet. He's not going to be able to really pull anything off on that. So, yeah, it looks like blue manages to get in and sustain with the Druid. Over here, 2 red players did slip through the cracks. And they're pushing up to around the back of Keep. He's got his allied Ranger here. So we'll see whether they can make a play. Their job is to get to Keep here, kill this and decap it before the blue team fully respawns in. But unfortunately, they are now against a support and a DPS. So they've got very little chance. And amazingly as well, if you actually look behind the Keep, you can see that the red player that was assisting him has been jumped by Umkara, this Mesmer. And yeah, it's not looking too good. Red is utterly staggered, has no real position anywhere. This fight isn't going to go very well. I want to watch someone being able to make a play. Currently, there's no real plays being made. Let's go back to the Reaper here on his enemy spawn. They're aggressing the Druid, who's super low. Jump up this, jump up this. No, 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 don't be scared. Go, you have the kill. Oh, my lords. Oh, the pain. Oh, my God, he's running Your Soul Is Mine as well. Interesting stuff. True Reaper flavor right here. I wish Barbarian Amulet was more of a thing, by the way. He could be running... If he's going to go at 33,000 vitality, he could be running Worm Rooms at least. But okay, so down he goes. Meanwhile, this red player is just at his spawn. This is actually smart, what he's doing here. He's waiting for a regroup of some kind. But, I mean, he's DH. He's not even a support, right? So... He's going for the back cap. We'll watch it in progress. You can notice that all of the blue team is pressed into enemy territory. This decap will happen, without a doubt. The more interesting thing is probably watching this Necro here, who's going to get aggressed on the roads. And it's his job to somehow survive. Beautiful Plague Signet. Reflects a ton of the conditions. Puts barrier on himself. Consume conditions interrupted by taunt from the enemy Firebrand. Ghastly Breach just because that's all he's got left. Now, he does cast that on his body, so if he had any assistance from his allies, maybe that could have gone somewhere. But yeah, moving over now to the other side of the map. Hold on, let me pretend that... Moving over now to the other side of the map. There we go, we get it right. Look at that, guys. We do have a 1v1 in progress. Oh, man. Red, can you stop dying before I actually get good footage? Please. So the 1v1 doesn't quite land there, unfortunately. And, yeah, well, I mean, we don't have too much else to say, I'm afraid, on this one, guys. WP changing the meta. You can't say it's me changing the meta just because I made a video about a build. I mean, I haven't invented Rev recently, right? Rev in the capacity that I've been using it has existed for a long time. It's been buffed a bit, but yeah. Did anybody by any chance see my video on Spectral Grasp? If you did, I'd love to hear it in chat. Wow, it took me 3 different ways of opening the stream to get to work, says Lily1855. Is that your birth year? You're very old. Tell me your secret sauce. So yeah, he's down. I want to see a single red player make a play. That's the idea right now. I want to see red make a play. Which red player is likely to make a play? Maybe the Rev, right? Maybe this Rev over here? Nope. The Rev's dead as well anyway. Look, he's on no health. Alright, well there you go. So congratulations to Chrissy's team with Nelly and so on. They go through very easily. Commiserations to the losers. But hey, you get a lot of good money there. I swear I made myself coffee before this stream, and yeah, I don't have any. A lot of beauty sleep is the secret. So it's like you've spent so long asleep, it's like you've not even lived like the full life yet, right? Right? That's totally it. All right, so looking back towards the brackets here for Balthazar's Brawl. Pierre is going to be matched against... So the 2 teams, Pierre's team, which got the bye against the Rangers, and the team we just saw win are going head-to-head now. They're going to head-to-head, and the winners of this are going to fight the winners of this for the finals. So we're in the semis here. We're just waiting for the next one to proc. Who do you guys think is going to win this? Anyone got any theories about which team looked stronger? Can people who don't have a high enough level for rank do tourneys? I think they can, yes. I don't, which is bad, by the way. The game needs to have like a cohesive through line of progression. It needs to be like, get in, learn about rating and rating points, go up through some animals, get into unranked, play some unranked, get some more animals, and then finally unlock ranked. Not finally, sorry. Then you unlock ranked, play a little bit of that, and then finally, once you've done that, you get access to tourneys. I think it should be that way, very clearly laid out for new players. This game is literally, it's just missing a bit of infrastructure to properly feed the new blood through it and teach them what's exciting. Teach them about llamas. Like, I was literally watching, like, Naru's stream and Valen's stream. These guys PvP all the time, and they have the currencies for the llamas, but nobody knows, like, exactly how to craft them or cares about crafting them. On Guild Wars 2 efficiency, guys... So in case you don't know, one of the prestige reward things that's in PvP is accumulating llamas, and you tier the llamas up, and you tier them up and up and up. And, I mean, they're llamas, it's stupid, but at the end of the day, it's like prestige and it's rarity, so why not go for it? So that's a system that got put in, specifically as like a long-term goal for PvPers and stuff, to show off these llamas, right? You can look on Guild Wars 2 efficiency, how many people have those llamas. Does anyone in chat, and don't cheat, does anyone in chat want to guess, just type it very quickly before the cheaters get their answers in. How many people do you think have those llamas? Like, any of the llamas, really, but the high tier ones specifically. How many of those do you think exist? All right, we're looking at Temple. 5, 50, 1/8/55, 23. The answer is 1. There's 1 dude on Guild Wars 2 efficiency that has those llamas. A single player. So if you PvP and you get those llamas... You can have, like, basically the rarest minis in the game. There's 1 dude. I will show you something as well here. Mini. Risen. Abomination. This is the rarest mini that was added with Path of Fire. It's a rare drop from a single bounty in the 3rd map. It's worth 4,000 gold. Yes, there is a 4,000 gold drop from killing one of the bounties in Path of Fire. There's a 4,000 gold drop. There are like, I can't remember how many it is. I think there's like 5 to 10 people who have this on efficiency. So that's like, that in a weird way puts the value of llamas at very, very, very high, let's just say. All right, so recapping the compositions, looking over at the red team here, we're actually looking at a triple Scourge setup. They're all Scourges. They're all hoping to bring a lot of damage. They have a support for them, and then they have a backnoder in this warrior who's running rampage, so very aggressive. So very YOLO comp here. Meanwhile, on the blue side, we're looking at a slightly more rounded one, which we just went at a second ago. Let's see how the Chrono does on this mid engagement. So watching the opening splits, We see Druid picks up blue close, Warrior picks up red close, exactly the back node as we talked about. So we're looking at a 4v4 in mid. Oh no, so we see a very interesting play going on here. The red team is actually crossing, and they're going for a big push over on this node here against the Druid. This is not a high value play. They at least get here before the neutralization, but this Druid is not going to go down very fast at all. Let's spectate the Druid and see how it feels. Meanwhile, if you have a bit of a look back towards mid, this means blue's going to get free cap on mid, because this Druid's outnumbered. And you can see from the position of their Firebrand, they're sustaining that just fine. So this Druid is holding, not just holding, but putting pressure out as well. Druid was nerfed in the recent patch, but is still an extremely strong backnoder. This is where Druid thrives against Condi while it's outnumbered. He still has this neutral. Look at all this time, and now his plus comes in. So Sophie.net comes in. .net. But we see that the blue Scourge comes in now to rain the pain down. Ghastly Breach comes out immediately. That's a bit questionable in my opinion. I would have waited with that. All these Scourges use Ghastly Breach just like it's any old cooldown. I don't know what it is, man. It must be coming from Mesmer. We get even more people rotating in now. This just turned into a 3v3. This truly is the team fight here now. And remember, if you want some perspective on how this is going, you want to look at the health bars. Very, very attritive. Right now, blue is favored because they outnumber it. Actually, no, they don't outnumber it because their ranger is just rotating off. The ranger must be seeking to go all the way across the map. You'll notice that there's actually a blue Mesmer hiding around here. So what this Mesmer is likely trying to do, is sneaky decap, and they actually secured it here. So they nip down right under the nose of the enemy team. So blue doing this is extremely high value. It means that they can snowball away from red. They even get the portal to prevent the decap in mid, which is what I was about to talk about next. So they get decap, they port through. The close engagement is also sorted now. That's obviously ended. I hate the cameras here at Temple. I hope you guys can read this. And that leads to a triple cap, a really solid, decent triple cap. I don't know whether they'll lose this now. That was really expertly played. Just through their positioning. Red got punished for a very questionable push on far. Against a backnode in Druid. I don't know, man. I don't know how good that is. Meanwhile, it looks like things are heating up for the red team on the red spawn. Obviously, their players are respawning and moving in, seeking to reclaim it. It's actually, we're looking at split at the moment because far is under active engagement and close is about to be. Or it is, really. I think I'd rather watch this fight here, though, because on the other side, it's just a lot of sustainy players. Warrior, Druid. There's like a single Mesmer that's interesting. Here we see Darkside go down. Ghost Pumpkin really not doing enough to support. Ghost Pumpkin is right in red blood, so he pops the Garish Pillar, which gives him Transfuse, blinks the body to his location, gets the res. He needs to build some life force, though, so he can do it again should his friend go down a second time. Darkside is taking a lot of pressure. You can see major Condi on him. He's got no way really to flip it back off. The Garish Pillar's up, but he's spending too much. He randomly popped the cooldown right before his friend died, so now he can't help. He has to bail out. And he's got 3 very hungry blue players that will be coming for him. His team at least did make a play down here at mid, so there is that. And rotating back over here to this team fight, we'll see what's up. By the way, Stillness just landed, and blue gets free cap on it. They're rotting this body just off. This is a perfect play, right? If you can rot a body right as Stillness comes up. Beautiful. So this doubles the score that they're getting from their close over there, that the Mesmer is just AFK sitting on. Blue is going to really snowball heavily away now. Really heavily. Red is at least winning this engagement, though. So let's watch the Red Warrior. He's actually securing some damage. He's putting the pressure down. There's a rally race going on. Red will easily win it, though, because the blue death happened way earlier. Nice full counter there as well, as soon as more Scourges come in. If they can debunk this... actually, this isn't to be debunked. Debunking is on the other side of the map. So this is just going to keep rolling. The Warriors chooses to stay and hold the nude neutralize instead of going up to support his friend Apollo, who's dead up there now. So I'm not sure whether that's really a very good play there. There's actually a rally. This was a rally race, guys. This Mesmer went down and only just finished Apollo off. So what that means, guys, is if the Red Warrior had gone up there, they would have clinched that out. Red really heavily invested onto this nose now because they haven't won anything else anywhere else at all. They got a while before double buff. So Red's win condition right now is to rain hell down on the blue team. So let's watch this Red Scourge as he tries to do that. He needs to dodge this... Come on. Dodge the shield 4. So they need to basically get some wins in the short term, some neutralizations more than anything else, so they can delay to Tranquility and Stillness, and that's where they make their big comeback. But every second they don't accomplish this, I think it becomes more and more of a pipe dream. Looking back towards middle, there is a bit of a fight going on. The two Scourges have managed to do something here, however small. Double Scourge cleave over a body. Yeah, that's going to be pretty nasty. Why he went for the stomp when the body was on such high health, I have no real idea. Big pressure comes in. That was a really nice consume conditions there, honestly, because he got Condi bombed by the Mesmer right as he popped it. But the Condi pressure will just keep coming because Mesmer can unload a hell of a lot of stuff right now. This double nuke is kind of what I was talking about, by the way, as long as these stay as a hot engagements and don't just wipe. But it's Apollo's job here to res his friend if he's blood. I don't think he is blood, so he goes down as well. The Guardian comes in. Guardian is actually taking easy res. Easiest res of this Firebrand's life I've ever seen. Can he get over here now? See, if he scored that res and then this guy had the life force to get the Garish Pillar transfuse blink, we're going to see the triple res go on there. Unfortunately, that doesn't land. So much sewage on this node. Blue will be punished for this. You can see that they're actually starting to get a lot of torment on them, a lot of burn on them. Double cap does come up in 10 seconds. Neither team is in a position to actually take them, but because red is losing this fight, it means that red's win condition is kind of being lost. Right now, what you really want to see is on some of these other engagements, people rotating in. But you'll notice blue wins the team fight. And what do we have here? This Mesmer coming down this to get Tranquility. Nobody's covering Stillness up top, but this Tranquility is going to secure a 3 cap for the blue team that red isn't really in a position to save. We don't have to watch this. Nobody's aggressing it. Let's go all the way. There's going to have to be a camera blink here. Let's go back to blue's spawn and see how this warrior does. So the warrior can, in theory, win this against the druid. He has to play well, and it will take him a while, but he can win this. He's getting a plus from his Scourge. He's rotating out right as his ally comes in. Now he notices his ally. Are they in comms? I guess not, maybe. But the 3 cap's really nasty. They also got Stillness. I must have missed that. So we actually saw a potential 6 cap there. This needs to desperately be debunked right now. This is worth double cap. If red team can debunk this, it's huge. Big Condi bomb, 10 torment. It's really good. The debunk will go through. There you go. That's actually really nice. It's a shame it's at 428, but finally, for the first time, the red team has actually managed to offset blue's accretion of points. Can they actually win the 2v2 in full? They might. They genuinely might. His allies low. If Ulfa... oh, we get the rampage! The boulder obstructs. Oh, go and finish him off. Okay, yeah, Apollo got the bleed on him. He dies in stealth. That's excellent. There is a plus coming in, though, from the red team. It's more sustainy nonsense. Okay, he's not coming in. So Chrissy decides that he can't go for that. Red wins a double cap here. Now we need to see a red player come to far and get this neutralization. You see Chrissy that we're watching on the blue team? Chrissy is doing this because this is the way to win the game for him. All he has to do is just stand there and... sustain whatever comes at him. This node is all that matters for the blue team. I wouldn't be surprised if you see other blue team players on respawn also coming. So red's got a hell of a job. This warrior that you can see all the way on the other side of the map. Just standing here, AFK. Defending this. This is a losing play. This is a conservative play that works if you have a bit of a cushion. But he's wasted way too much time. He needs to be all the way over here with his now dead Scourge. And he needed to take this. Not to mention the fact that the mid-fight was just lost, unfortunately. So we will see that blue takes this. A well-played game from blue. Unfortunate there for the red team. But the comp that they were fielding was obviously a little bit restricted nonetheless. What causes stillness to stop? I think it's like 30 seconds of stillness, and then it goes away. Neutralizations and things don't matter. It's just a designated period of time. Steve says, oh man, we, the Pig Irons, won our first match, but a guy on our team said we were shit and then logged off, so we could not continue since we only had 4 out of 5 for the next ready screen. Really? Oh, that is gross. At least you got 10 free gold. Listen to that, guys. That is the true victory story of this stream, okay? A person watching this was in bed, and in 2 minutes, he got in game, got a pug, and got 10 G for playing a single match. 10 gold. There is no farm that will beat that in PvE. There is no farm. So that is the true victory right there, guys. Give it a try. All right. So that was one half of the semis. I think we're probably ready for the finals now. No, we're not ready for the finals. Here's the other semi. We can just have a little bit of a peek, a little bit of a preview. Whoever wins this goes to face those we just saw win. It looks like another slam dunk. So it looks like we're going to see the blue team here with Chile going through. So what kind of comp are they fielding here? They've got their Scourge for big team fight damage. They've got their... Actually, okay, so this is a core guard. There is no formal support here. They have an SD Thief for rotation. And pressure against enemy firebrands. A bit of team fight capacity. They have a very mobile demo Mesmer. Actually, he's Deadshot. He's Condi. Hello. He's Sword Condi still. This is Season 9 right here. I mean, it's not totally trash, to be honest. People have, like, this thing where they think as soon as the first little nerf comes in, things get trash. It's not always true. Not everything got the Fresh Air Ellie treatment. This could actually still do some stuff. It just requires that people cast into confusion, which is what we're looking at here. So, I'll be interested to see if they filled that right the way through into the finals. And then finally, they've got Vans on the Warrior for a bit of backnoding goodness. Well, and the Mesmer too. It depends how they want to utilize Portal. How aggressively. Been enjoying the LP series. Looking forward to the next episode. Thanks for making them. Oh, no worries, man. I've had a lot of fun making them. And yes, the next episode should be... I don't know, it might actually be a while. I'm a bit wary of uploading stuff on April Fool's Day. People are going to have so many other interesting videos and things that they want to watch on April Fool's anyway. So I might just take this as a holiday for myself. WP, sorry if it's out of context, but I didn't understand. How did Joko escape from the realm of the dead? Someone helped him? Well, that's a bit of a mystery that they have established right now. The other side of it, though, is, you know, he was chained there by Balthazar. And he is a lich, after all, so that perhaps suggests some mastery of the line between dead and undead. So as soon as Balthazar's chains were gone, maybe you could have gone through. I don't know. It could be a formal mystery that they seek to give us a really interesting answer on. There's actually a lot of... But Joko could still be an imposter. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's going on here. So we do actually see a downstate come through here. On the blue team. Rezzing in progress, though. From Cronus. Excellent res. And there you go. So we're going to see... this blue team go through to the finals now as well. Okay, so did the devs just start going live? Was the 15-hour timer real? You're glad we're not in aviator mode. Yeah, they might be about to trigger an April Fool's joke, actually. They might. I don't know. What would it be, though? They haven't done one like that for a while. Have I ever looked into D&D? Yeah, I have. I've played a Pathfire campaign that I didn't particularly enjoy because I don't think the DM was particularly good at his role. And I kind of, to be honest, it wasn't very good. I mostly went to be polite to the DM because I didn't want to be that guy that was like, oh no, I'm bored of what you're trying to deliver. But I do like the idea of it, and if I had more free time and social time, I think I would love to play. Anyway, so here we go. The finals, we got Dragon's Despair versus the Schoolmasters. Any bets on who might win? Where is Let's Play Part 13? It's been up on Patreon for the past 2 days. It will go up probably... No, after this stream, I'm going to bed, all right? Then I'll wake up and I'll put up Part 13 after that. The fake episode 3 trailer wasn't from ArenaNet. Is there a fake episode 3 trailer? Like, I've not actually been watching what's going on with April Fool's jokes. Tell me about it, guys. What have I missed? Is there actually a fake episode 3 trailer? I saw that Chris Cleary did a like a Reddit post about jokey items that have come in the game, including a reference to wind trading, quite funnily. Hey, Ewendell, thanks, man. Here's $50. April Fools. That would work if the way that the UI is given to me, I would never, ever, ever read the message second. But I like the sentiment. That's very cool. Thanks, dude, as well. I really appreciate that. It's good to see you, dude. My sleep schedule's a disaster. It's not that bad, because it will be evening when I go to bed after this stream, so... It's not terrible. It just means I I see the sun come up rather than I see it go down. That was a data mine from that Shaman's April Fool's game. They basically announced every feature that people always request in that trailer. Really, was it build templates and stuff? That seems like a pretty low ball to go for. Maybe it should be rude about people who have actually spent the time to be creative this April Fool. Seems a little bit low ball, doesn't it? All right. We're in. It's Eternal Coliseum. I might be a little bit late with this. Who do I think has a better chance? Who do I think has a better chance of winning? I don't know. I think it could go either way. I think one of the teams is more stacked than one of the other teams, but I'm not too good with this stuff just yet. Let's actually see very clearly. So we have Druid for backnode. We have Firebrand Scourge combo. Signet of Mercy being busted out here again, by the way. Merciful Intervention, Contemplation of Purity. Very few manchas going on. I find that interesting to look at. We got the Chrono. Very, very, very strong team fight. Reasonable burst. Basically, they're fielding this Mesmer instead of a Thief, right? But if you could... This instead of a Thief, this instead of like a Hollow of some kind, maybe. Very well-rounded composition on the red team. Meanwhile, on the blue team, we're looking at a Thief. I don't care whether it's SD or DP, to be honest. We've got the Firebrand Scourge combo. We got Warrior for back nodes. And again, this is Condi, right? And we've got a Season 9 Mesmer. I want to watch this Mesmer, to be honest. We're on the blue side as we come out of the gate here, guys, because I want to watch the Mesmer really badly. Opening splits we're ready for. Let's see, this is the finals for another OffPeak NA tourney. The next one in 6 hours or so, 6 to 7 hours, that'll be the big hype one that hopefully you see a lot of really recognizable people and tons of teams join. But so here we go. The Mesmer's actually crossing, by the way. So that's going to become a 1v1. Sorry, I was looking at chat and I totally dropped the ball there. Looking at chat. Blue established themselves heavily onto the node here. Who the hell is fun to watch? I don't know who's most fun to watch. Zalul is taking massive pressure. So let's just watch here. In the 1v1, by the way, Chrissy getting burst really hard by the Condis. I think that this Druid's going to lose really quickly to the Season 9 Mesmer builds. He needs to be really careful about confusion here. So this is possibly lost for the red team. And meanwhile, in the mid fight, red is also taking heavy pressure. Let's look at how the mid fight actually goes. I believe they've already resorted to one res. Actually, they got a stomp. Good. So Chili went down. That's very good for the red team. Where red might lose on their close node, they might win at mid. In saying that, they do just lose a Scourge. They get Signet of Mercy resed. Without Signet of Mercy, the Firebrand's going to have a much tougher job to get the next res. Lots of Ghastly Breaches going down on the node. They get another downstate. Really good team fight here from the red team. The Transfuse Pluck pulls them to the side, but doesn't really manifest anything. So yes, it looks like red is going to win this mid fight. And oh, the Druid actually sustained on close. Was there a plus on close that I missed? The red close? No, okay, so port goes to... I think the Mesmer just ported out, didn't they? The Mesmer ported out. So now let's see how they do. I'm finding this so hard to press the right bind here. So let's see how the Mesmer does against the Druid now. This has been a really long fight. Chrissy is obviously a lot more pressured than this Mesmer right now. But it all comes down to that cleanse, right? So let's actually watch from Chrissy's perspective. We're watching for when CA comes back up. Here comes a plus, by the way. Massive damage very, very quickly. This is Coliseum. I was surprised if they could have survived that at all. Jeremy does really well and then quickly rotates off. Could even get a decap in mid. This is a huge mistake from red team if they let this decap go through. We're looking at any of these players to notice. Decap is landing. Yes, they may win this engage up on the sides, but what are they fighting for? They've just got double capped against them and they're one node neutralized. Really brutal that they let that fight go up onto the roads there. Great plus from Jeremy and a great neutralization. Really, really strong stuff. Meanwhile, blue spawn, we do actually have some plays being made. They port back out to defend themselves. We might even see that they go back through that port very quickly. Let's see if Vans does. This is an enemy port, actually, isn't it? This is an enemy port. Okay, so that's fine. So blue is very heavily split right now. The neutralize we saw happen in mid was just immediately recapped. I had big minimap the whole time. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I know. I'm sorry. Can I put smaller minimap? You guys have to understand that I've got so much to look at and talk about. I'm going to miss a lot of chat. A lot more than normal while I'm doing this. Yeah, I turned the map off. I will notice it before chat probably does. But yeah, that's really deadly. I've got to get really used to that. We did the entire cast earlier in the day, though, and I didn't forget that. I'm quite tired at the moment, though, so I am getting better. It's just when you'll see tomorrow, I probably won't struggle with it at all. Anyway, I've lost my thread here. So basically, Red's done very well here, by the way. Red has got their double cap. They're perfectly fine here. Blue's got swords, so Blue does extreme damage right now. And in fact, if Kronos scores this kill, he will instant reap his opponent. So 7 bleeds, 3 torment. He gets pushed away because Chrissy comes in. That's brilliant. He's hungry, though. Trust me, this illusionary ambush, you're going to see it come up. You're going to see some ambushes forward. No, really? You're not going to go for that kill? You have reap, bro. Mind you, it's against a Mesmer who would just use his skill too. So, hey, who knows? Taking even more damage here again. Look at this burn. Look at the 10 burn. Obscene. Obscene. Amazing CA right at the end there. Can he resustain fully? That's going to cost them a neutralization. But this is a difficult fight here. This is actually an extremely strong build. Why does nobody run this freaking Condi Mez at the moment? Look at this Farpoint harass. Jesus Christ, he's pushing that Druid well off. Druid is really struggling with this at the moment now. Plus comes in from Z, but this is like so bad for the red team right now. If you look at the minimap, red's got nothing going on. They're 2 split up. Those who are on the board have had their cooldowns hit extremely hard. Moving back towards the node, if you look here, we actually have a red Mesmer being hounded hard by this warrior. Messed up the phase retreat. That could have got him killed. Oh, the distort was really nice. So Blink comes up now. He should be able to pull out. He needs to blink, and then he needs to get his mantra up. He started channeling the mantra before the blink there. That's really scary. He could have just been interrupted. I would not like. I wouldn't have wanted to see that. And now he blinks away, and then he rotates back into the gap that he created on Vans. Just so that he can do some, like, fairly inconsequential pressure in mid. I don't know. Red really need to regroup here and think about what they're doing. Great little decap going on here, by the way. We might even see a portal come out at the end of this decap. We do. That's brilliant. And so he just runs straight back in. And now Red needs to swing this fight. Let's watch how this Chrono can do this. So one of his allies is dead over there, obviously. Let's see if Chrissy can get the res. They stealth the body. Somebody procs a full counter right next to it. That means that the death goes through. Chrissy ends up going for the full cap here. After the portal decap from a second ago. But really, we want to see this get debunked here. So it's down to Umkara, the Chrono, to debunk this warrior. If he can pull this off. I mean, apparently this build is obscenely strong. So let's see. If we can see this. I mean, they really need this because they've just lost over here on the map as well, right? Looks like Warrior's kind of dicking the build at the moment, though. So Warrior secures that extremely strong. Red making stomps and plays over here right in front of the spawn. And the other thing to look at is this 1v1 on this side of the map with Chrissy once again in this horrendous fight against this Condi pressure. I love this build. Everybody here to net deck this build. Respect the Deadshot Adventurer combo. So we're looking at Mantra, we're looking at Illusory Ambush. This must be Infinite... No, it's not Infinite Horizons. It's Elusive Mind. It's just... This is literally what I was running in Season 9. Incredible. It's down to ineptitude and everything. I actually might queue on this. I don't want to queue on a Mesmer, though. Kronos winning and countering that Druid like that is extremely strong. Is it, though, that the Druid is running something a little bit different? Maybe that's the situation here, actually. So they're going for Sword. Sword obviously can manipulate how we see this as well. But so, yeah, let's go have a look at the red Druid that's been losing these fights so quickly. Is it just the nerfs? He's running Ancient Seeds. I don't know. This doesn't look too far off, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Or is it the Beast Mastery swap? I don't know. I just don't understand Ranger well enough. Maybe you guys can tell me. But yeah, so Blue's going to win this, obviously. They've got the 3 crap. I don't see Red making any plays anywhere. Look, same matchup again. Let's watch it again, shall we? Let's watch it purely from the Druid's perspective. Good lightning reflex. The Guild Wars 2 stream was the Seat of Power trailer thing, and now just a loading screen of Divinity's Reach. What? That's the April Fool's joke? Ah, you thought we were going to give you content, but we didn't. It's just a loading screen. Suck it. That's not it, is it? So ArenaNet are actually live right now, are they? They're doing things. Yeah, Wiki is making noises today. So congratulations to the blue team there. Should have been a live WP Let's Play. This is live. What do you mean? And there you go. So that's the tourney. Okay, apart from forgetting to keep the big mini-map up, if anyone's got any comments on that. Any other plays? Any other engagements you would have rathered I watched? I don't know. The German Guild News people made an announcement for the next expansion, Sea of Abandoned Knights, or SOAC, with the Lagos as a new playable race. New starting maps, underwater maps, Quagga Masteries, etc. I actually want that one to be true. It's kind of cool how go stream the EU finals is about to start. Well, I have to swap to EU. We could do that. Hold on, I'll try and do that. I'll try really quickly here. Is it quite competitive? Is it EU Prime at the moment? Maybe on this stream I should do EU Prime instead. Let me just actually swap. I've got to swap over there though, so the odds that we get there in time are a little bit lower. I don't know any of the names really on EU, by the way. I know some, but not many. So things might crash here as well in terms of the bars and stuff. They don't tend to like running when no Guild Wars is running, so we'll see. Yeah, that was North America finals, yes. But what I'm saying is, like, is it a prime time tournament for EU? Is this, I mean, 5 in the afternoon? Everyone's off work, really? Are they? I don't know. Shouldn't it just be a little bit later in the day? I mean, no, it'd have to be later in the day, wouldn't it? This can't be EU Prime. Next must be EU Prime, which means away is NA Prime. Yeah, I got Patero's face cam. What do you want, man? Get off my D. Normally on my streams I have that always there. I might put it back on the casting ones, but all my overlays are like terrible at the moment. Because we've just started experimenting with this. Q just popped for EU. Alright, so this is the European finals. I'll do it for practice. I got no idea what we'll be looking at or what the comps will be like. Let's have a look. Tourneys, Balthazar's Brawl, live matches. It's a Capricorn final. Wow, so the RNG on the maps is different per region. That's curious. Alright, so looking at the blue team, because they're all in already. What have we got exactly? We have classic Minesweeper Explosives Hollow, but no Elixir R. He's running the Photon Wall instead. We've got a Rev running Standard Herald. We've got another Rev. Double Rev in the finals? We've got a Firebrand here. And then we've got a Bursty Mesmer. So, super, like, aggressive YOLO, but they have a support. So that's a thing. I mean, what we're going to do is we're going to watch these revs very closely. If they combo burst people together, it will be a joy to behold. But we'll have to see. Meanwhile, over on the other team, we've got Thief, backnoding Rampage Warrior. It seems so many of them are on Rampage at the moment, guys. With their Firebrand Scourge combo and a Demo Mesmer to shore them up. Red team unquestionably has... Well, actually, yeah. Red team unquestionably has the stronger composition here. This is Phantasmal Force down to a T. Very meta, very cut and dry. So I think compositionally Red has it, but I'm willing to be surprised by the blue team. And indeed, let's pick one of these revs to watch here. Let's watch this rev. Let's see the Revenant Dream, guys. This will be a fun mid-fight to watch, so I'm expecting Cute Boy to pick up... No, I'm expecting the Demo Mez, maybe? Oh, no, he's Great Sword. I don't know who exactly on blue will pick up their close. I guess we'll see. But yeah, let's watch one of the revs as they go in. Opening splits. No, I'm going to remember to close the map down. Actually, one of the revs goes to pick up close, so that's fair enough. So also we got a Red Thief picking up close. Any dirty crosses or anything? I guess we'll watch closely. Precast the heal for the extra life steal, but did it way too early. So unless they burst really quick now, he loses his value on that because that runs out in just a couple of seconds. They do get the burst in time. We could kind of tell that was going to happen. So they aggress very fast. Their target is the enemy Mesmer. Actually, no, it's Scourge. In fact, they're kind of just wrecking hell here. All the red team need to do is just sustain against this, like, initial rev assault. And they'll be fine. Being split up and down the cliff like this is not a good thing to be seeing. I love the blinking, by the way, because our ping is so much lower. It's so much better to spectate this right now. Rev start taking pressure. He cannot use his heal. Down he goes. So incredible counter burst from the red team there. Going for stomp instead of cleave DPS. No idea why they're doing that. The Mesmer that took that res goes down. Blue's going to win the mid fight. Blue has a triple kill. Incredible stuff. We didn't even really see this specific rev do much for that triple kill. Wow. So the crazy burst damage goes live very hard. The red thief that takes the decap after losing mid-engagement very intelligently. I forgot to turn the map off. Look, people, all right? This is the most difficult. This is more difficult than Demo CM, okay? Or Doom CM. You've got no idea. Give me a little bit of sympathy, all right? It's terribly hard on me. And my frail little brain, okay? Pressing a single hotkey, you've got no idea. So anyway, let's get back into the game here. Red took a neutralization in mid, which is excellent. That holds them in the game, even though they lost the mid fight. So Blue won a lovely mid fight, but then immediately lose the value they get out of it because of poor footwork. Moving over to the red spawn, which is obviously where the rush has been taken to here. We can see the red team taking heavy pressure. They can't really get a foot on the map. They have been trip capped, guys. So we're looking at red spawns coming in to see if they can make any plays. No one better to watch probably than the thief. Let's see if he can do anything. Looking down at his friend as they all get blown up on the roads. I'm really impressed with the red team here. Defy that meta. Hell yeah. Who needs a Scourge? Let's just take spike pressure. Let's prove that everyone's theories that burst was going to be the big thing is true. So here SD gets on this Mesmer. He uses his dirty unblockable stuff to kill the Chrono through his shield 4. Gotta love it. Love seeing those Mesmers get punished. 3 blue players though counter. Oh, bad positioning here. I can't believe he's still alive. He gets out on just about 600 health, I think we saw for a second there. And he gets the neutralization out of it. That's skirmishing for you guys. So strong. Unfortunately, his team is still dying up there though. So we're just going to watch him try to sweep the map here. He's got Bell. He's got 2 nodes to get. Oh, he's like a kid in a candy shop. So mid is currently being held by the support. Let's look back towards Bell here. So blue is picking this up. Blue is also holding mid. And blue is aggressing spawn. Blue is pretty heavily spread right now. It just depends on if red team can get out of their base and make some plays. And that's what we're watching here. Red team regrouping. The only red player that's actually hot on the field right now is this thief, who in theory should just be able to troll them. Avoiding glint here. And just draw aggro. He's drawn the aggro of 3 blue players. This is brilliant. As long as he doesn't die, it's amazing. Because his team now, who he's actually rotating towards, can start making gains. Like, for example, over here at this node. Rampage comes out. That should be a quick kill on that Mesmer. It absolutely is. In and out on Rampage. Look at that. A proper utility now rather than some kind of, like, desperate long-term effect. If they could score this kill as well, 2 kills on the road is brilliant. This is only a rev, so as long as he doesn't have glint up, it's going to be great. Nice evade during unrelenting assault and a beautiful full counter as well. Does he get it? Oh, that was so close. It did crit, but the damage just wasn't enough. He stops DPSing because of the damage reversal. He's being chased out and split away from his team a little bit too much. Red still got a lot to play for here. Masterful regroup from Red. They've won their close now, by the way, so looking back towards their support, because I don't think this chase is necessarily going to go anywhere. Red team coming out in force. Red wants this mid node, and their thief has already decapped far. If Red wins this, I mean, it's taken them a long time. They've conceded 300 points to the enemy team before getting a proper next mid engagement. But they may be able to take this. Blue is slightly staggered. The Hollow only just gets in as one of the enemies go down. Blue is much squishier than you may realize. They're going for these stomps. Look at this double stomp. Red, please. Oh. I mean, Red didn't even necessarily need to lose the initial mid-fight. It's just they took some unfortunate plays. Great little kill here on the road, by the way, accomplished by the skirmish. Red invests a player to get full cap far, I wonder whether this is the right play. They can do it because they're up on numbers right now, but they're trusting that this mid node will be won. It actually probably is the right play. They need to make desperate moves like this in order to get back into it. So as long as this kill goes down, it does. They get neutralization. The comeback for Red is very real right now, guys. It's very, very, very real. They're also chasing down enemy Hollow, who has been so hard aggressed he can't get the decap himself, so that's great. Bell is up, and we're going to see who should be ready to position themselves for that. Watching the skirmisher again, we'll see whether he can get a good plus on far. The mid node is being held excellently. Scourge on the red team going for Bell. This is beautiful. Blue doesn't know what's hit them. They're very staggered right now. If this engagement gets won by Red as well, which it looks like it might, this SD Thief's doing excellently. Oh, this is a really cool game. It shows that everything's to play for. Look at this plateau on the blue team. We just want to see Red continue to sustain this. Oh, if the cluster bomb had been a little bit harder, his port out there was a little bit too, not greedy necessarily. But anyway, they do get the kill. They do get the kill. We have the warrior putting massive pressure down. Good position to have a downstate body, by the way, against those crates, so he can use his greatsword. He has to stun break with the endure pain. Excellent support coming in as well here. The Firebrand really manages to shore up their defenses, so this is great. Yes, Red is doing well at far, but I will draw your attention to elsewhere on the map right now, and that is over towards mid, where there's a pretty explosive engagement in progress as well. Here's the Red Chrono, who was downstate a second ago, is seeking to stop this res, doesn't manage to. And the fight over on far, I actually missed it. Sorry, I really don't want to miss it. No, I didn't miss it. They've just been forced away, right? So the Firebrand... Sorry. Whoa, 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 whoa. The frigging camera. What the hell was that? Firebrand and his warrior have just been pushed down to the roads a bit more. Warrior scores the kill. I love these rampage plays. He even uses rampage for stab stomp here. 6k on the Rev. Rev is currently in glint form, so he will reverse some damage next time that this warrior gets in on his face. Really nice, but... we need to see this thief go for a decap, like right now, because they're about to be double capped again, and they need to capitalize while the blue team is on respawn this little bit. This Zerg at mid, it's not smart right now. He needs to be playing a lot faster on the roads. There are still bells at play, okay? So we can still see stuff happen. Red is getting momentum from this because they're scoring kills. If this stomp goes through and Roy cannot get this res... and he doesn't, this is really nice for the red team. But they've got to start playing onto the sides. They've got to start going for that. Here you can see that the only player that was doing so was forced away. So let's see how this goes. Finally, he's moving for it. Realistically, far would have been better. I would have rathered a 1v1 on a Rev if I was him than a 1v1 on this Hollow. He can take the Shadow Step. This should be neutralization straight into Infiltrator's Arrow. He's stuck on Shortbow for a second, but even Cluster Bombs, like, I would have precasted those a bit earlier. This is not the perfect kind of aggression that you could be doing, but it's pretty good. So, right, they've re-won that. The fight goes back to far here, and we're watching for the next bells. So, let's see this warrior has been making some epic plays here. He's got a res to do, and he's got counter pressure to do. That Greatsword 3 was probably moving him a bit too far away here. He doesn't necessarily have much stab. The portal, he's not going to get a res on his friend, but the portal does allow him to bail out. So that's fine. Nasty goddamn block on his throw boulder. Not going to see another rampage for another 90 seconds this time. This doesn't really manifest into too much. Bell is really important if Red wants to win this. They do have a 200 point or 100 point deficit to make up. The Bell will give them that. So let's see how their support does, stalling it down until their damage gets in. So here's the SD Thief. SD Thief can really rain hell here on these boon-heavy Heralds and Firebrand. They take to the crates, which is excellent. We actually do see the Glint Burst land. Here's decap moment, by the way. I really want to see this Thief go for decap. You'll notice it's open. Instead, they have to invest the Warrior to do this. Warrior is slower here. Warrior would have been more impactful at this Bell fight, but it's what they go for. Awesome back cap in progress by Blue Hollow right now. Blue Hollow is taking that for free, and that is going to stop Red Team quickly coming back towards this. It puts more emphasis on Red actually winning this Bell instead of it infinitely stalling. I also want to show you that at mid, let's go have a look at it, okay? There's actually Scourge v Rev, and this Scourge should, in theory... Wow, the camera freaks out so much sometimes. I guess it's because he went through this. This Scourge could, in theory, win this, but the Rev is doing very, very, very well. He didn't get the barrier, so Rev wins this 1v1. That's a major, major play. Had the Scourge won this 1v1, he could have walked over to Bell, snowballed this, and they would have won the Bell much quicker. Instead, it's not even guaranteed they will get this, because as you can see, the blue team is staggering on there and keeping it away, which is actually an okay play, because they're just killing for time right now. That cushion is closing. The gap is closing. The amount of kills that the red team's been getting. Red has scored far more kills than blue this game. Blue just got a really nice snowball from the earlier parts of the game that has held them in this for a long time. Oh, last point of the bell here. Sorry, I should have been spectating. Last point of decap. Red loses bell. That could be... That's like a huge moment here. Let's see if the res gets through. It's probably not going to make it. Oh, they were 1 second away from taking that cap. Neutralized everywhere here across the board. Finally, the Thief gets it, and he's going to be looking for a dirty plus. Let's see how he feels as he jumps in. Can he swing this engagement in any way? He probably needs to stall mid because blue is free capping that. Blue is also free capping their close. I think with that bell in that position, red wins the bell, but they're going to be double capped. This Thief needed to be moving yesterday. Can he get there to delay it? He doesn't get there. He blinks out again immediately. Oh, they've got to debunk something, and now let's move straight over to Far, and we'll see how rushing Far, by the way, does against this Hollow. He has to get major damage super quick. He gets his Thief. No, he doesn't get his Thief come in. They pop into Elixir S actually over there as well. They do put him into Elixir S. So they get one nuke, but they didn't get mid as well. So that free cap on mid, it was close. It was a really good game. Genuinely a really good game. I think there were some slight rotational questions. But Jesus, lots of interesting, great plays and misplays from both teams there. Look at this, right? Look at this. It took red this long to get the good regroup and get back onto the map. But may I just point out that at this point in the game, blue was on like 350 points and red was on nothing. And look at how they managed to stall it down and fight for it right to the last couple of points here at the end. Really, really exciting game. That was what a cool game. And what a cool comp to the blue guys as well. So I'm trying to just mostly hold the camera on the losers, or the people fighting to win, right? Rather than the winners. I think that's probably more interesting. So we didn't get to see much of from the Blues' perspective because they were dominant the whole way through the game. But I love the Blues comp, right? Blue just won that with fucking double rev, guys. That was very, very, very cool. So, Caddock in chat, were you actually playing? Were you there? In that? That was really fun. I'm glad we came to see the EU final. Like, it feels like I cared more about red winning than blue, but I wanted blue to win that. I genuinely wanted blue to win that just because of the interesting comp. People in chat, what did I miss that was a really, like, important thing, if anything? And tell me how I could have caught it. You have no idea what Rev does? I describe Rev as a shitty core guard right now. Maybe that's not entirely fair, but yeah, it's very, very heavy melee burst. With reasonable cleave as well. You know, when you get the star 5s rolling over bodies, you can interrupt a hell of a lot in terms of reses and stuff. Yeah, that Rev getting the neutralization, that was huge. Maybe a shitty Reaper. No, Reaper is a very different role. If you're playing like a Paladin Reaper, it's very, 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 very different to Rev. Paladin Reaper is much more, it rotates far slower, and it's more supportive to its allies in teamfights by providing shit tons of lifesteal, condi conversion, and res, obviously. So Reaper is... Rev does support a little bit. Rev can, you know, offer protection to its allies, and it can offer pills in the way most classes can, right? But it's very, very different. Rev's a lot more fast on its feet. Red also has nowhere near the sustain that a Reaper would. Reaper has way more sustain. Maybe it's just me, but I would love to see small profession icon near the health bar over players even better. It would be so helpful for new PvP players and spectators to see who is around and coming. Iron Bolt. Can you rephrase that? That sounds cool, but I want to understand exactly what you want there. Can you rephrase that? Oh no! By the way, I think our scores were messed up. Weren't our scores like really bad? I think that did the bars break? Because red bar is not very high right now. I think bars broke. I have to speak to CVPCS and see if I can get the next version. I think the bars might have broke because red bar is not very high right now. Caddock, I'm going to go watch the VOD from this game to see what we could have done better there. Thanks for casting. If you tell me what I missed with the cast, the camera went a bit crazy. Not all of it was my fault, but yeah. When you were talking about Rev doing some return damage, I have no idea what that skill is or does. Here, I'll show you. So, I was saying damage reversal, right? Here, this is my work in progress Renegade build. I saw someone, who was it? Someone else was playing Renegade today. Like quite a respectable PvP was playing Renegade. And they were talking about running Brutality, which I don't agree with at all. But yeah, so if I go to Herald, damage reversal is when you run Glint. It's this, it's Infuse Light. As I get attacked in this, all the damage I take reverses into healing. So it's basically a full heal. So what we saw at one point in that game was a player was fighting against a Rev. I think it was the warrior, the Rampage warrior, was fighting against a Rev and he saw Infuse Light go off. So he stopped attacking so that he didn't heal the Rev. So that once the heal ended, he could start attacking again and he wouldn't have much health to go through. So that's like... Infuse Light is really good because it's like an invuln that can heal you as well. Because either they have to stop attacking you, in which case it's kind of like an invuln, or you've just healed. So you can counterplay it to an extent, but counterplaying it means that the Rev survives longer, gets access to their, you know, their staff blocks, their staff 5, their Shiro roll, all of that kind of stuff quicker, right? And they just chain those mitigations into one another. It is a shame we didn't see more of like the Revs wrecking hell, but yeah. You bringing these fine people good commentary and gameplay. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Looks like the EU folks appreciate what we're doing here. Yeah, it was kind of cool spectating here as well with only 61 ping. It was kind of cool. All right, yeah, you want SAB, Sab? Rod, you want SAB? What tune should we play it on? I want to do it on my Ranger again. So there you go, guys. And again, any feedback, literally send me whispers. Send me whispers. Maybe you think I should have spectated a different person during the team fights. Maybe you think I should have spectated a different person as the game was going out of the gates. Maybe you thought that the minimap was too big and I need person number 50 to tell me. If it's anything like that, just let me know, right? Yeah? Maybe you thought I lingered too long. Maybe you thought I swapped to another engagement too quick. And if you felt those things, just tell me why. Maybe you've got feedback about the overlay, something else cool that we could do with that. And graphically, I think there's a lot of untapped potential that the scene's never really looked into with this stuff, so it's a bit of a hobby. Let's see what we got. All right, anyway, so yeah, SAB. I've not touched SAB this year yet. Shall we actually finish the race? Look, the race just started. I'm actually going to finish the race this time. We will see it actually finish here. Yes, I do like your PvP coverage, NA, by the way. You have name and health bar over each player, so just add their profession icon. Elite spec icon. So when we are watching team fight, you see health and professions around. Okay, so what you're asking me to do there, though, is that I don't have the power to do that. That would be ArenaNet that has the power to do that. I think that's a great idea, by the way. Actually, no, I think it is superfluous, but I appreciate the feedback. But nonetheless, it's not really possible because that's ArenaNet sets that up. I can't set that up, unfortunately. So we got to speak to Sonic and we got to go after the clouds. But yeah, I think that's a good idea, definitely. More people equals more consistency equals better games. Yeah, I really, really, really do encourage anyone to just get in there and play. I can be a bit critical probably as I'm watching these, and you might be scared to be criticized, but I mean, everyone gets it. I basically criticize people way better at the game than me that are making 4,000 IQ plays, and I'm just sitting there whining that, you know, they took Stomp instead of going for the formal finish or something, despite the fact that I didn't notice a Signal of Mercy landed, but they were poisoned, so they were still down, so now the cleave wasn't enough or something. You know, like, I'll make call-outs that are totally unfair and unnecessary all the time, so don't worry about it, right? I messed this up, and I don't know how. I really want the achievement from this. So I'm going to actually try it and do this with a reasonable speed. What else was I going to say, though? Yeah, I was just going to read more chat, I think. Do you think blue win was because of the revs or because red didn't know what rev does or how to counter it? No, I think that blue won because they pilot... No, actually, I think blue won because red... It wasn't about countering rev. It was just that blue... Blue took too long to regroup. What you want to do, right? Like, here's why fielding a thief, and nearly exclusively a thief, actually... Mesmer's alright as well, but they can't pair it with so much stuff. It's got nothing to do with combat capability, but here's why fielding a thief is so important for a good composition, right? If you do wipe at a team fight like that, right? 4 of your guys are dead, everyone's staggered, they're respawning at a terrible time. I'm not going to get this because I'm playing like really badly. We don't even... The cloud... I don't even know where the cloud is I'm going for, to be honest. If you are in that situation where everyone's wiped and you're staggered and stuff, the thief can rotate around, not dying... And secure, like, why is there an arrow pointing down? What? I don't understand this. What? Where am I supposed to go from here? How badly have I messed this up? What? Oh, I feel like an old man with, like, memory loss issues. The thief can run around and decap while the rest of your team can chill out and wait at spawn and then make a decent push together. And you might be like, well, if you wait at spawn, the enemy team's just going to stand there and spawn camp you. But the thing is, there are always 2 gates out. And if you have that thief, they can't stand around spawn camping you because they're getting nodes neutered left and right. So they have to invest at least 2 people to go back to make sure that they stay held. So now, if we imagine that the thief has forced 2 of them back, you have 4 dudes coming out of the gate at respawn. You are 4v3. If you're even remotely good at the game, your team will get out of spawn there, perhaps score some kills as you do so, and now the enemy team's staggered, and you can make a good push across the map, right? So that, like... what I really want is, I should make a video about this, like demonstrating this little maneuver that I'm talking about here. But it's like extremely important to understand for like comeback potential. Because it really is just a game of numbers. And you will always get out of that spawn because you will always outnumber the enemy team. And you can always take that regroup on close and hopefully score some kills while you're at it, right? And you can punish anyone aggressing you too hard. Someone's screaming at their screen right now because they're like, WP, the cloud is here. I actually have no idea where it is. I must have messed up so badly that... Are we even in the race still? Maybe we have to reproc the race. It ends in 1 minute now. But yeah, and that's why it's important to field people who can rotate quickly, right? If you have a comp that cannot do that in any respect, you'd best be damn sure you win the mid-fight. You win that you can hold a 2-cap and you do not dare push anywhere around that 2-cap. You best be damn sure. But that leaves you vulnerable in other ways. Like the enemy can have good 5-man slams against you. So I think that generally speaking, those comps are weak. That's why you want a balanced comp. That's why you want to, you know, it's Guild Wars 1 Heroes Ascent in a nutshell. You round it out with as much stuff as you can. You consolidate the roles of your players. You make sure that the Scourges can do... Good, you know, anyway, I'm going a bit off topic. WP, I have an off-topic question. I finished you watching Legend of Grimrock 2. Any chance I do Might and Magic X? People have asked me for that a lot of times. I've got a lot on my plate, but it's one of those things that, like, I would be interested in if I didn't have a lot on my plate. Seems cool, though. Do I get anything special? Yeah, there's an achievement I want. We got bronze, guys. I'm actually going to see chat and see if anybody has a response to me here. Yeah, sorry. So anyway, going back to why did that team lose against Double Rev? It was the regroup. It was giving up over 200 points before making that concerted push back through and getting their heads about them. If they'd done that just a little bit earlier, there were probably like 2 or 3 like separate, like staggered repushes out into the map that just failed. That's my perspective anyway. From what I saw. I might be wrong. I missed a checkpoint, did I? Yeah, you can fly. Should we do it purely as a bee? We'll wait for the next race and we'll do it purely as a bee. Because on earlier stream, that's what people told me to do. They said that's the fastest way, apparently, the devs had said. So we're going to go turn into a bee, guys, which is a new feature that got added to Super Adventure Box here in 2018. And I doubt a lot of you have seen, so we'll go have a look. You don't have time to finish anymore? What, in games? You mean stomps? I think stomps are still very valuable and used quite a lot. It depends on the context, though. You're less likely to go for a stomp in a mid-fight, definitely, I think. But sometimes that's exactly what you need. Like, I mean, we saw over on NA, one of the thieves that queues quite frequently on these tourneys. We've seen several of these. He's been running Impact Strike on friggin' DP Thief. You never saw that during the Heart of Thorns meta. As far as I understand, that was because Reaper and Rev could sort of cleave enough that it wasn't important. But, you know, people are resorting to stuff like that because traditional cleave and traditional stomping just kind of doesn't get you there at the moment. It must be at the top of the hill if you stop chat to read. I'm doing the same mistake over and over again. Look, I'm over it, guys. I'm over it. Why did we have a clip? What was clipped? It's literally the first one. So here, check it out. There's loads of bee dogs. We know these from the actual game. They look very cool, don't they? Like, look at this. I've never stopped to properly admire the detail in these things. You know, I know that they're called bee dogs and they look like bees. But look, they're actually... They have dog faces. I mean, look, we'll go big mini-map. Look, we got this, guys. Look at that. It's a dog face, guys. It's a bee dog. He's panting. Because it's a bee dog, guys. A bee dog. See, the dog... Alright, okay. I won't do that. Let's do it a little bit. But anyway, yeah, it's cool. Alright, so yeah, we can drink from the honey. And we become a bee dog. See? And when we go into midair, we start floating. Is there any way to start walking again? Oh, there is. Can I actually walk? Do they have walk animations? No, I don't think they do. But if you stand still, you land. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't realize you could land. I didn't know that. I should have put that in my video. So you can fly. You get 2 skills. Fly lower or fly higher. And as you know, this is like what it was on some of the fractal mechanics. The Wing 5 kind of has a mechanic a bit like this. VOD will be available once I stop the stream. I don't know how VODs work. I don't know Twitch. I'm not good at Twitch. B-Dog is my favourite mini. It drags its butt on the floor. Does it? Is that a joke? Oh, you can jump too. Ooh, jumping. Oh. You can jump in Guild Wars 2? Oh, well, come on. That's not really a jump, is it? That's just the flying animation. Can we dodge? Oh, you can like do a little hop as a dodge, I guess. If you stay on the ground long enough, you will drag your butt on the ground. Oh, well, we got to see this then. We're killing time now till the next race spawns, guys, which will probably be in like... Actually, I don't know the timing. Does anyone know the timing? It's so cool. Look at how active the Super Adventure Box lobby is. I love it. This should be the official Heart of the Mist lobby as well for the duration of SAB. All the PvPers should be here. There should be no rate. Oh, there it is! Gross. Gross. Don't you rub your anal gland on my carpet. Don't you mark your scent. This is my house. You get the spray bottle. Oh, he cocks his head as well. Oh, he's so cute. 10 minutes if it's like the other festivals. All right, 10 minutes. That's actually quite a wait. We probably burned already like 4 or 5 of those minutes. Let's have an actual topic. What does anyone want to talk about? We'll do this as a podcast. Peter Freeze used to call them Bumble Pugs, which is referenced in the achievement description. Oh, is it really? I love how quick this menu opens now. That now that they fixed the optimization. Festivals, nostalgia, flight of the Bumble Pugs. The scientific term is bee dogs. Please ignore the discrepancy. It's kind of funny. They got cool flavor text on any of the other ones? Oh, they do. World 1 challenge annual for when simple and fair have become boring and harmless. For when you just want to see the story. If you never run, you'll never see the end of the trail. If you never walk, you'll never see all the scenery. If you never climb, you'll never see the view from the top. This is really cool. And then for when you want to relive the original experience. Oh, wow, I totally forgot how much you used to lag with some of the menus. Yeah, absolutely, right? Like, 2 good changes. Both were listed in the patch notes. One was it remembers, so now you can make cool build changes on the fly. And the other one is that, yeah, it just loads quickly now. I hope the guild panel gets the same treatment eventually. Guild panel still lags me out pretty nasty. But that's because our guild panel is particularly laggy. This is not a ringing endorsement of Spud particularly, but we're all really friendly and active and awesome. But the reason why we're so laggy is we probably have more decorations than anyone else in Guild Wars 2. I don't know. I've never seen a decoration guild with more than what we have. I mean, we have literally tens of that, possibly even up over 100,000 gold worth of stuff in our treasury. It's just kind of nuts, as you guys remember from our Christmas stream last year with the snow and whatnot. Fly up to the skybox. Okay, it kills you, and then we have to become a bee dog again. But I will show you. If you go too high, you die, and it's the same if you go into any of the other directions too. If you go too far down, if you fly into the sun, if you fly into any of the walls, you hit devhack code and you are deleted. Did you people already talk about Guild Wars 2 April Fool's stream? Well, we know it exists. We don't know what the content of the stream is. I'm assuming it's something clever and special and different, but I don't know what exactly. Yeah, there was a Reddit thread about flying into the sun, and people made the Icarus comment there. Benji, you're late. The internet has already got there before you. Why leave a comment when someone else has already said it? Oh, I was doing this earlier. Oh, I promise. Anybody who just cringed a little bit at that, I promise I will not fail that jump again. All right, it's not a difficult jump. I'm going to remember not to hit my head, and we'll be fine. All right, it's not a big deal. There's no... And I'm not saying that to make a joke out of it. I'm doing it genuinely because I don't want people thinking, oh my god, I can't be bothered to watch him struggle going up to the B thing. Don't worry, I'm not going to struggle. World 3. That doesn't count. Yeah, that's what we were saying before, that the stream could be the reveal of World 3. Here's the funny thing. I don't actually have much confidence it will be World 3. However, if ArenaNet had made World 3, there is almost 100% sure... certain that that's the way they would reveal it to the world. They wouldn't just... I don't think anyway. I don't think they'd do a blog post where they just say, hey guys, we're making World 3. So here you go, look, we're not going to bump our head. God, why did that feel so scary there? They wouldn't do that, I don't think. Prepare yourselves for World 3. Please reinstall the game. They wouldn't do that. They would just, like... have it as a big April Fool's surprise thing, similar to how the original one was, I think anyway. So it would be something like this, where they trick us all. You're watching this and my LP at the same time? Dude, how does that make any sense? Can I show traits I use on my Reaper Paladin? Yeah, I did on the stream a couple of hours ago. It's Spite, Blood, and Reaper. And then basically the obvious stuff. I'm not confident they'll add a World 3 ever, says Spitting Llama. Yeah, I know what you mean. So this was the jump we missed on the previous stream. Oh, I swear we'd missed that there. Oh, lordy lord. Yeah, I get what you mean. It is a bit scary thinking that they might never do it, and I sort of am on board with it, but I don't know. Here's the only thing I'm scared of that I think would be really possibly dangerous that they might be doing. What if they're trying to release it as like a standalone, right? Like they want to add it all together and it's going to be a standalone game from ArenaNet. I mean, I would buy that. I would pay full price for that because I'd want to support the studio in other attempts at other games and things. But I wonder whether it'd actually be... I mean, it's very good. The Super Adventure Box is very good. And obviously, if it was standalone, they could get away with some of the weirdness that exists because it's a part of Guild Wars 2. But how good is it really as a standalone game? I think a lot of people play this because it's a part of Tyria and their accounts and stuff. So I don't know. I would be really scared if they did it as a standalone and it like flopped or something. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to start as a B-Dog. Apparently, this is the fastest way to do the race. Let's see. Do you still think the next expansion will be Cogs of War? And if so, what do you think the story will be? I've never thought that the next expansion is Cogs of War, ever. It's just like a placeholder name for a theoretical expansion. That's it. We're rubbing our bums again. Let's get the monkey cam going. Get out of my face. I want the monkey. There we go. There we go. We got monkey cam while we wait for the race to start. I don't actually... This is a real unfortunate thing because my job is to provide interesting content for you all. I genuinely don't know whether it's worth speculating about upcoming expansions given how they handled the lead into Path of Fire. There was genuinely nothing suggesting Path of Fire should have been it. It's just at the last moment they were like, here's a vision showing this area. Ah! That was it, right? Like, so they they could do that at the end of season 4 or season 5 if we are about to have a double season or whatever. They could do that, couldn't they? The bee dog can't jump with the mushroom in the lower room, so you will have to switch out. Switch out or fly out? Are you saying that when I get to the mushroom, I just return to my regular form, jump up the mushroom, do some regular jumps at the cloud section, and get back into the bee dog afterwards? That means I might fail one. You don't need to jump on anything, you can just fly up? Oh, so it does work? You can just fly? Really? That's really exciting. Okay, alright, go, 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 go. Alright, we need to actually remember 2 is up, 1 is down. I don't move faster by being in the air, do I? It's all the same speed. Oh my god, look at these speedrun strats. We're not going to lose the thread either this time. Oh my god. This could actually be so good if you got the timing right. Oh, is this the cloud I was missing? Oh, what? Come on. We're like super bouncy. This is not too much. I'm not good at this though. All right, we can fall really quickly. That's good. We get that one. 2 is up. 2 is up. Oh, we go down. Oh, is that why they have the boosters here? Oh my god, where the booster is a bee. Okay. All right, it's there. We're not necessarily racing against other people here. We're mostly just racing against the 5-minute timer. 2 is up. 2 is up. 2 is up. Oh my god, the skill cap to this. So basically, it's not like an actually valid, like, regular jumping puzzle race, because you can just invalidate the whole thing with a bee. Alright, here we go. It's feeling pretty good. Oh yeah, moving on into the lead, baby. Actually, yeah, it's probably not the lead, right? Someone else is probably, like, way ahead of us. Get that one. So we can just fly up. I'm hoping that you guys are right, because we're going to lose precious time if that's not true. Oh, yeah. No, no, no. I see some bees ahead. Look at those cheating bastards. We don't need the speed boost. It's fine. It's fine. We don't hit our heads. Okay, now we go up. Oh, wow. Okay. A little bit disappointing. I mean, no, not really. It was interesting. I thought we were actually going to go through a tube or something, like physically in the thing. But we just teleport up. So easy. Easy. Can I go into the cannon as a bee? Oh, God. Look, look, look. Sneaky. Sneaky. Almost missed that one. Look at this guy. He's well out in the leads. Who's this guy? Durand. I wish I could be as good as you, Durand. You're so impressive. It's alright, look, we don't even have to stop to hang out with the bees. This form doesn't have a timer on it, right? Looks like second place is for us guys here. Oh, God. No, maybe we can beat him. Maybe we can beat him. We just have to, like, hit these properly. We have to be a better TIE fighter than him. Why TIE fighter? Because for some reason this made me think of, like, Star Wars ship combat. I don't know why. Okay, we got that. That's fine. Oh, guys. We're on board. Oh, we've had big minimap the whole time. I'm so sorry. I should really rethink the way that the monkey cam is a little disconcerting. Yeah, I should really rethink the way that I stream, because that's such an easy thing to fix if I just change the way that I do things. That makes me look at OBS a bit more instead of just looking away from it all the time. Third, you think, is someone else even further out ahead? I actually feel like I'm playing like an old retro PS1 game right now or something, where you see like the AI like way out in the no, this is what I did last time. Move up. No. Oh, I'm still there. I'm still... What happened? Hello? That was very strange. I'll take it, though. I feel like I've just entered an alternate timeline where the thing that should have happened didn't happen. It's just like there was a glitch in the Matrix. Like, I go from having my eyes shut and my hand in the air in frustration to just being back. I guess we're in timeline B now, guys. It's fine. What is it about that little area? And you move down so fast. I won't make it under 5 minutes? Really? Is it that hard? Is it? Oh my god, because the timer starts with 10, right? I missed a cloud. We're done for. That's it then, isn't it, really? What cloud did I miss? What cloud did I miss? This is not the correct cloud, is it? Am I screwed? This one we got. Up. Is it up? Oh, it's up. I see. Oh, no, guys. Oh, look, all the other bees are... No. No, this is actually a challenging race. I didn't realize these sand sharks and minis floating around in the sky are hilarious. No. Oh, no, and I missed this one again now. Oh, the nightmare. Oh. I didn't realize that they'd added another tribulation mode level, but here it is. The hardest SAB achievement? You're looking at it. Oh, terrible. Chad's gonna lose it and you gave me a monkey. Is it better at this point maybe to get back on foot? I don't know. 7th. 7th and no achievement. Damn. B-dog. Stupid B-dog. It's not my fault. It's this B-dog. It's this slow, annoying B-dog that didn't do well there. It's not my fault. Oh. You let me down, man. You let me down. The monkey wouldn't have let me down. This, like... What the hell is this? Is this the Risen Abomination? No, it's not, right? That's not the 4,000 gold mini, is it? What is it? Oh, it's Twisted Horror, yeah. Okay, that's fine. So, by the way, as well, there are some other minis. I don't know whether you guys noticed, but there's some other minis that barely anyone's got on Guild Wars 2 Efficiency. The Djinn. There's like a mini air Djinn. There's a single player that's ever got that. And nobody knows how to get it or who got that. But someone got that. I'm guessing perhaps a dev, maybe? It's on a dev account or something. But one person has an air Djinn and nobody generally knows how it drops. And there's a few of the Djinn that are like that, actually. I need to work on my B-dog rotation. Yeah, I know, because you'd expect skill 1 to take you up and 2 to take you down, right? And I'll tell you why you'd expect that, all right? Because the default state is this, right? The default state is standing on the ground. So you'd expect skill 1 to do an action and skill 2 to undo it. But skill 2 takes you down first. You can charge this even while standing here. Does that mean I'm building speed even while... Yeah, it does. Wow, so you just rock it down. That's amazing. Yeah, I don't know. Blaming the B-Dog? I have to blame the B-Dog. It's the B-Dog's fault, man. It's the B-Dog's fault. We have to wait for the race to end for our sweet, sweet loot. There's still only 10 people that have done it. So what this actually is of the people who are capable of beating the race, I was 3rd from last. And I cheated with the B. Just rebind them. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, that won't mess me up later when I go back into PvP. It won't be at all like when I was unbinding Heal because of Merciless a few weeks back. This goes down the hold. It goes against the hold down 1 meta. It does. I was never a huge fan of races for Path of Fire or Super Adventure Books, to be honest, but I am really glad they were able to take the tech they built and enhance a ton of different content. I enjoy the SAB race more than any of the others they've ever done. Yeah, I do too. I think this one's really cool. It's more up my alley than sort of like the Skimmer race, for example, in the Daybreak area. Domain of Istad. It's more interesting to do stuff like this, I think. And I love that they can go back and enhance that content. Just think about all the other stuff they could do as well. Elevators, guys. Elevators in Super Adventure Books. What? Airships in Super Adventure Books. So let's have a look here, right? Let's speculate a bit about World 3. Let's do some of that lore speculation from World 3. So, we have World 1, extremely easy and simple. Nice green fields, very nice and happy. We got World 2, the Dark Forest. World 3, the Spooky Swamp place. We climb up with the logs. We climb up with the ninjas and the log rides and stuff. We go to a snowy mountain. We kill the storm wizard at the top, and then we fall, right? And we get the bonus area. So, underground zone. Can you imagine how vast and sprawling this would be? The tangled depths of Super Adventure Books. Do you know why Super Adventure Books World 3 isn't a thing? I'll tell you why. It's because right around when Super Adventure Books World 3 was being designed, Heart of Thorns released. And Heart of Thorns was largely well received, except for one map. That was the Tangled Depths. And because Tangled Depths was received so badly, all Super Adventure Books developers lost their steam and never, ever committed to doing an underground map. Because they knew that it would be hated on by the community. That is the inside scoop, the likes of which you'll only get from here, Wooden Potatoes. So anyway, we get a badass Tangled Depths. I love Tangled Depths, all right? Because I love being devil's advocate and I love being a hipster, right? Tangled Depths is amazing. I genuinely mean that as well, by the way. I do love Tangled Depths. And so, yeah, we get another vast sprawling level. More sprawling than the mountain, right? Which was huge. More sprawling than this. In fact, World 3 will actually have a level the size of all of World 2 combined. And how I know this is because the amount of space it occupies on the map, which is more than this, but less than this, and about the difference between these two. So you split the difference, add them together, and boom, that tells you that the next world is... So moving on, there you go. Look, that makes perfect sense. Now, we can see that the next level is a little bit work in progress, but it's clearly an underwater level. Where we get a little hint about the deep sea dragon, because obviously Moto has intelligence based on that. And this is going to be a very cool level that, you know, like the gravity stuff that they've got in the game now, where you get sucked around. Well, there's going to be tons of that in this level. You're going to be going through whirlpools and vortexes and underwater currents. There's going to be a lot of interaction with the flute as well. You can't see it here, but the flute. Really, really powerful ability here. Basically, if you didn't get the secret bonus one way back when, you can get the guaranteed one here. And you learn some songs that allow you to communicate with dolphins underwater. You can also, by the way, ride around on a raft that's on the surface. We're still underground, right? But there's a raft that's floating around in the underground cave here. And as you ride around on it, dolphins shoot out of the water. That's some tech that you saw on the most recent release. So you can see a little bit of that. And yeah, you can even use a little bit of sonar to communicate, echo the dolphin style. There's actually a mini-boss in this, just like there was in the ninja level. The mini-boss is a scary jellyfish monster, and he's super badass. So there you go, more inside scoops. The end of this level, you hit a vortex that makes you go whoop, 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 and it's not on here, okay, but you burst out into the surface, and it's a bit like the raft, right, from before. Except we're like tunneling our way up like through a slipstream. It's really badass. You explode out because, again, people like miss Shortcut Eagle and stuff, so they use some of that. And there is a bit of the water level where you can see the surface world again. It's just that this is all sort of placeholder here. Next level, the end of World 3, is Bowser's Castle. It is a straight rip-off of the end of the first world for New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the Wii. They just copied that, and that's the next level. And then there's actually a whole other world, but they've got no idea what they're going to do. And this final boss is up here. This is actually a rip of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, at the end where you're on the airship. So there you have it. And yeah, that's Super Adventure Box. It's going to be really exciting. Meet me here in 2025 for all those predictions to come true. Oh yeah, sorry, the elevators. Yeah, this one's full of elevators. This world that they haven't got is just full of elevators. It's just elevator level, elevator level, elevator level. And we just climb to new heights. Tango devs gave me the same feeling of map design of original game Dark Souls did. It seems so complex, the routes all connect in masterful ways. Yeah, I mean, it's a great map. The only reason people want wide open flat maps is because that's what they're taught that Guild Wars 2 should be, because that's what all of the core stuff is. Those are your formative experiences. So as you play it, you just look for more of those. But the truth is that the actual experience you have at Tangle Depths is really good. And if the entire game had that sense of navigation, it would be a much more immersive product. But people don't like change. They don't come to Guild Wars 2 for change anymore. The game's 5 years old, and so people are set in their ways. It kind of limits what the game can do that's genuinely good now, and it's unfortunate. Re-establishing Monkey Cam. Does it play elevator music? Yeah. Sure, why not? Super Adventure Box chiptune elevator music. But elevator music nonetheless. Have someone a ick problem with pay save card pop-up window? What are you talking about? What about the Storm Wizard's next form is a giant Arabian-style snake, the Kaiser snake. I imagine World 4 is a desert-themed with the cowboys you see in the bonus part of World 2. Also, there was old Jin Law that got cut. Hey, that's a good point. Yeah, I'd love a desert world. Genuinely, I think there should be a desert world for SAB. I mean, they've already done some good environs, honestly. I actually have so much respect for a lot of the decisions that went into this. Now, it's a cool progression of environments to go through here. Like, really cool. I love the theme of each level. I wonder if they can keep that really solid through line there. It looks like they kind of can. Like, cave level, underwater level, lava level. Those are themes. In all honesty, it looks like they just have, like, vague ideas they want to do this, but they don't know how they'd intersect. Giant fortress castle level at the end at night. Obviously, that's a big thing. I wonder if they have actual concepts for the final boss in terms of, like, what this red carpet is and the big throne. But, yeah, desert levels in SAB. That would be cool. I wonder if one day, if they did update it, you'd see like all the white get removed from the map somehow. Hey, last time I was here, I gave you a build to review, but I sent the wrong build. This is the right one. Really? You want me to review another build? I don't even remember what the other one was anymore. So this is a sword hollow. Oh, you were making me review a turret hollow, weren't you? Throw mine, rocket turret, photon wall. Swords. What's the roll? You got to tell me what roll it is. Aim assisted rocket. Minesweeper. Bunker down. Photonic blasting module. Okay, so I like the idea that this is like, what is this? This is a side noder, is it? That just plants billions of mines and supplies and things down. You've got throw mine, you've got bunker down, and you've got, I love the theme of this build. I actually like the idea of this build. Whether it's effective or not is obviously a completely different question. But basically, they've got a build here, guys, which is everything you can possibly have in terms of placing explosives on the node. So you could just create a huge, like, minefield, like, to a massive extent. And just see hell be rained down from it. It sounds like a cool idea, but it's like really neutered as far as I remember in the game. That thrilling idea of being an NG and setting up a really ridiculous trapped area, basically, and then nuking from orbit the second it happens, you kind of don't get that feel. Even though they did get orbital strike, by the way. You literally just run in your hollow mode and explode and then spam down the explosives. It seems like a fun idea. It's a fun idea for a build, certainly. It's the suicide NG. We need some pro commentating on the ongoing Guild Wars 2 live stream. So they are streaming right now, are they? Do they have decent viewership? Should we host over to them? They are streaming. All right, I'm gonna host Guild. I've never done this, but I'm gonna host Guild Wars 2, and I'm gonna go watch that with you guys. So there you go. Thanks very much for watching the stream. It's been about 2 hours. I know these have been a bit weird. Trust me, we'll get onto regular stuff as well. I'm just juggling a lot of things, and hey, I'm having fun with this. Thanks for all the support from the PvPers and stuff. And if you have any feedback at all, even if you don't PvP, please let me know about that. Hope you guys enjoyed the race, and I'll be back tomorrow for more tangible stuff. Hope you enjoyed, everybody. Oh, they're not actually there. Well, anyway. WP don't, it's just them sitting there. There's 300 people on Facebook watching Too Many Angry. They are announcing the next expansion over there. You should review the new patch notes. No, WP, don't host it, please. It's just a guy in a chair. What? Go check. You'll be right back. What? It's just a guy in a chair. Oh, I guess it's just an April Fool's joke, right? Oh, I see. Okay, I gotcha. That's kind of funny. They picked a good chair, by the way. That's in the Awesome Quarter. Alright, well, I want to go anyway. I got sleep to get and stuff. They put up a troll video on YouTube too, did they? Look, it's April Fool's, guys. Go enjoy yourselves. Go have some fun in the April Fool's. I'll review the fake notes tomorrow or something. But that is going to be it. Bed calls to me. Thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.